Human beings are not like other animals. If you insult a cat or a cockroach, you ugly, useless insect, you filthy creature, it is not affected at all. You can yell at a mouse all you want. It's not having a bad day because of the way you treated it. The only way you can harm an animal is by physically harming an animal. Some animals can have emotional connection. We're not talking about that. But for the most part, you can yell at a pigeon all you want. It's still going to do what it does. You know? It's going to mess up your car no matter what you do. Right? But human beings, you go to work and somebody insults you at work. Some manager accuses you of stealing something, or somebody accuses you of cheating, or somebody else accuses you of lying, or somebody else accuses you of you're doing something you haven't done, and you feel pain anyway. And it's so powerful that it can be more devastating than physical pain. You know, the most important example of that in the Quran is Maryam. When she had her baby, Isa, she was going to go back with the baby back to her Muslim community, back to the masjid. But everybody there knew that she's not married. So they were going to ask her, where did this baby come from? And this thought that she has to answer that question was so devastating to her that in the Quran, Allah tells us her words. He says, Ya laytani mittu qabla hadha. If only I could be dead before this happens. The fear of being humiliated is so powerful, it's even scarier than being killed. If you had to pick between the two, Maryam picked which one? Death. Musa, if he had to pick which one is number one, which one is first and which one is last, what did he? Humiliation. And you know what? Alhamdulillah, Muslims understand that because we're people of the Quran and we've had the Quran for 1400 plus years. Therefore, we never humiliate anyone, just like we don't kill anybody. We understand that these two things are really serious to Allah. Therefore, we never make fun of anyone, we never insult anyone, we never accuse anyone, we never troll anyone, we never make ugly comments about anyone on social media, we don't text anyone about anything like that, we never say mean words. Alhamdulillah, Allah has given us Islam, therefore everybody, the kuffar have that problem. But we, never. Because you know we have Quran and stuff. I just gaslighted you. But anyway. But the point is, you understand how serious this is, yeah? To be humiliated. And this is important because Allah is teaching us that even when you're a prophet, even when you're speaking directly to Allah, and Allah is telling you to do something, then even though you fear Allah, when you're talking directly to Him, the fear of being humiliated doesn't go away. The fear of people's words doesn't go away. People's words are serious business. It's not a small thing. It can even terrify a prophet. And you can tell Allah about it. You can say, Allah, I'm scared, they're going to call me a liar. And it's a pretty remarkable thing that Allah Azza wa Jal mentions that, because that is a fear many people live with. And because of that fear, they don't stand up to the wrongdoing people. You see, Musa had to stand up to the wrongdoing people, right? And his first fear was, if I stand up to them, they're going to start humiliating me. That's terrifying. That's why I'm going to stay in a corner and let them do what they do, because it's too scary. Their words are too scary. What was the second thing after, I'm afraid they're going to call me a liar? Good. My chest is going to get tight. My chest, one at a time. My chest, I'm happy you got it. My chest is going to get tight. What did I say the chest going to get tight means? It means you get panic attacks. Some of you, mashallah, are very well educated, or you have good jobs, you're confident in your work, you know what you're doing. You're professionals, you're managers, you're engineers, you're doctors, you're lawyers, you're mechanics, you're accountants. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. You do whatever you do, and people in your work know that you know what you're talking about. You're versed in your field, you're articulate, you're able to express yourself. But when you are dealing with someone who can humiliate you, then even though you're so capable of speaking and expressing yourself, there are some people who can just say the wrong kind of words, and all of a sudden your entire ability to speak disappears. Because your chest becomes what? Your chest gets tight, and you're no longer the person you are. Sometimes the wrongdoing people are very close to you. Sometimes wrongdoing people, like in the Prophet's lives, the worst wrongdoing people were usually family. The Pharaoh is actually the adopting father of Musa, so he's kind of family, right? Ibrahim ﷺ had to deal with his dad. The Prophet ﷺ had to deal with his uncles. So in a lot of stories in the Quran, the wrongdoing people are who? Their family. Don't look at your family right now, hold on. And it's really hard sometimes to go and confront family and say, hey, that was wrong. That wasn't okay. Because what they will say to you can be so devastating that you don't know how to respond. Hey guys, you just watched a small clip of me explaining the Quran in depth as part of the Deeper Look series. Studying the Quran in depth can seem like a really intimidating thing that's only meant for scholars. Our job at Bayyinah is to make deeper study of the Quran accessible and easy for all of you. So take us up on that challenge. Join us for this study, the Deeper Look of the Quran, for this surah and many other surahs on BayyinahTV.com under the Deeper Look section.